Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? Happy Thursday. Okay, I have to tell you something I figured out right when I got done filming my last video today, which was the third part of my declutter of going through my old t-shirts. Today it was mostly like polo shirts that I had, like polo shirts that I used to wear to work when I worked in treatment forever ago. I mean, some of those shirts I don't think I've worn since I left there in 2008. So what is that? How many years ago is that now? 17 years? I don't think even it's coming up on 18 years. I don't think I've worn some of those shirts like I don't know. Anyway, I saved some of them. I think I'm going to go back through the ones that I've saved over the last 3 declutter videos. And I think I'm going to go through them again because I have saved way too many shirts. And I'm like, when I was looking at the pile today, because I have all of them in a pile and I'm like been doing wash and stuff, I was looking at them today and I was like, you're not going to wear some of these shirts again. Like you just need to like continue the declutter. So I think I'm going to go, I'm not going to do another video about it, but I think I'm going to declutter the declutter. But 2 things that I have been looking for that I still have not found is that the year that Alex and I got married and we were in Las Vegas, the shirt that I got, I think it was a Ben Sherman shirt, but it may have been a Penguin shirt. It was either Penguin or Ben Sherman because I remember we went to both of those stores and loved them there in Las Vegas. But he got a black one and I got a navy blue one, and they're like mock turtleneck, short sleeve turtlenecks. They're so cute. They're like a t-shirt. I don't know why. I don't really know how to explain how they're any different. They're literally, it's just like a plain blue t-shirt, but the material is really nice. But I remember he got a black one and I got a blue one because we loved them. I cannot find this thing anywhere. I have to ask Alex if he has his because he doesn't ever wear his. So maybe I could have his black one. I'm sure he still has his, but I cannot find the navy blue one anywhere. So I've been looking for that. And then these 2 pair of Hurley shorts that I used to wear back in the day, and they were like you know, like a wool suit, like in the winter. They were like wool suit pants, but they were like cut like shorts and they were fringy on the bottom. They were Hurley brand. And I used to wear them all the time with like, I can remember this one thing that we used to go to on Sundays, and I would wear them with like, I found my Susie and the Banshees t-shirt. So I'd wear it with that, or I'd wear it with like a concert t-shirt in the summer. And then my John Deere hat. And I cannot find those shorts anywhere. So unless I got rid of that stuff when I did like, I purged a bunch of stuff years ago, I have no idea where that stuff is. Those 3 things, or those 2 shorts and that t-shirt, that's like all I've been looking for. But anyway, but I found a lot of other things, but I kept on saving these polo shirts and I was like, oh, I might wear them again. And then when I was cleaning up afterwards, I was like, I don't think I'm going to wear these shirts again. So I need to add them to the donation pile. But when I got done, this tripod has been giving me so much hell. And so it still falls, like the legs still fall on here, but the camera has just been going like to the side. It just keeps on tipping to the side. And I couldn't figure it out, right? But I kept on in my head thinking this was the old tripod. So it's just old and used. Well, when I got done filming that video, I was like messing with the tripod, and the thing that you tighten it on the side was really loose, which is why the camera kept on. So I tightened it up, and now the camera is on here super tight. So like for the last week, I've been filming, the legs still go down. When I say the tripod falls, it's the legs falling. But I've been filming videos in the bedroom, and in the bedroom, the camera just tilts to the side, and I'm like, why does it keep, it just must be because the tripod's old. But no, it was because I didn't have this thing like, see I'm tightening it up right now. It's like tightened all the way up. But I didn't know that till I filmed my last video today. So anyway, happy Thursday. How are you guys doing? I have had a really, really good day today. Filmed a lot today. I actually wasn't really sure I was gonna film a lot. I got up today and I'm finishing my very last bit of, perfect, because it's got the purple flower. I think this is a hibiscus. Is that a hibiscus? I don't know. The very last of my Trader Joe's blueberry green tea. I'm finishing it. But I got up today and I came outside, took the dogs outside and all that kind of stuff. And it was pretty nice outside. I mean, there were some clouds, but I was like, oh, it might be a nice pool day just to go up there for an hour. But I had therapy today from 2 to 3. And so I was like, I'm going to film a video before. I was like, I don't think I'm going to film a whole lot today. It was kind of my thing. I didn't really know, like, I didn't really have a lot of drama videos to film, and I didn't really know what other videos. I didn't know if I wanted to do the declutter today. So I was like, I have filmed so many videos in 3 days. Like, for people to even have watched those or catch up on it, it's a lot. And you guys are so nice to watch my videos. I mean, there are some of you that, like, I know Diana, like, watches literally every video that I put out. And there's a couple of you other ones. There's a couple other people out there that comment literally on every video that I post on every channel. And I so appreciate that. It just means the world to me. You know, first of all, I get to, like I say, get up every day and do something that I love. But then on top of that, that people are excited about what you're doing or want to watch it and engage in it. It's really cool. So I was like, maybe I need to just take a day and film tomorrow. And then during, you know, because like Alex is going with his mom. So Alex's mom is leaving, I think on Sunday for the walk in Spain. And so they're going tomorrow to get like an IV drip, not IV drip, the hydration thing. She wanted to get one of those. So he's going with her. I don't think he's getting one. I think he's just going with her to get it. And then they're going to go have lunch afterwards and stuff like that. So he's going to be gone for the early part of the afternoon. So I was like, well, I can film tomorrow. So I was like, well, maybe today I need to just let people catch up with the videos. But last night, I watched episode 1 of season 7 of Welcome to Plathville. I'll get to this in just a second. But I was like, I knew I wanted to film that. So I was like, hurrying to film that video. I got it done like right in time too. I was like hurrying to get that video done before therapy started so that I could have that video done so that when therapy was done, I could just go to the pool. Well, as soon as therapy got done, I took the dogs outside and it was real cloudy. So I was like, okay, it's not a good pool day. So then I was like, I'm just gonna film some videos. So then after that, I've been wanting to do more fast food reviews on my review channel because I used to do like the Starbucks reviews, the fast food reviews, and all kind of stuff. Part of the problem is to DoorDash that stuff is super expensive. Like today I did the adult McDonald's Land Happy Meal from McDonald's that just came out. It was $23. I mean, it's probably, I don't know how much it is if you go through there, but it's probably like, I was going to look it up, but it's probably like $10 or $11 if you go through there. I mean, it's $23 to DoorDash it. So I'm doubling the price if I order, which I don't mind doing for the videos, but I don't want to do it every day. I mean, that gets expensive, right? And for example, today, your options on the adult Happy Meal are, and I'm sure I could have like done something and like, you know, made it like, I've gotten Big Macs before without the meat on it. A vegetarian Big Mac from McDonald's is actually pretty good. But I will tell you this, if you get it on DoorDash and you order it like with no meat, a Big Mac with no meat special order from McDonald's is more expensive than just a Big Mac. It's like double the price. You're paying like $9 for a vegetarian Big Mac just to get the taste of a Big Mac. And now I'm thinking it sounds really, really good. I did not order food again last night. I ate my Trader Joe's stuff. I keep on saying I'm going to order food and then I never do. But anyway, well, I did today to do this review. But anyway, so my options on the adult Happy Meal were a quarter pounder with cheese or 10-piece chicken nugget. And so I was like, I'm just going to do the 10-piece chicken nugget with fries because I wanted to review the shake. So, because it's a new shake. So I was like, I'm going to look at my hairdo. Oh my God. I was like, can we still turn it into something? No. I just texted Laura right before I started and I said, I might go to the pool later if you want to go. So I'm going to be taking a walk tonight and then I'm going to go to the pool afterwards. So just talk to Alex about it. And I'm like, do you care if I go on a walk? And he's like, no, hang out with the dogs and whatever. I've got to get back to walking. It's one of the things I talked about with my therapist today. So anyway, so I was like, I'm going to order the 10-piece chicken nugget with the fries and then Alex can have it when he gets home. I put it in the kitchen. I thought he is not going to care. Like, he's going to come home and be like, oh, I really appreciate it, but no, I'm not really hungry for that. So he came home. First of all, it is so cute. One of the things that Boo and Tucker used to do back in the day, like towards the end, Boo's hearing wasn't great, so he didn't do it as much. It was one of kind of the sad things towards, like, I'd say like the last 6 months. But before that, whenever the garage door would go up, Boo and Tucker could hear it. And so as soon as Alex, like, put up the garage door like he was home, they would come running for the back door and they would just stand there and waiting for him to come open. Well, now Otis and Walter do it. It's the cutest thing. I didn't even hear the garage door. I was sitting there at the computer and they were sitting in their beds, like on, you know, by the window. And all of a sudden they just go, I was like, oh, is Alex home? Because I knew he was on his way home. And they go and Walter sits on the stairs and Otis sits like in the doorway of the kitchen and they both just like watch. And then as soon as he walks in, they just like, it's so sweet. So anyway, so he comes down the hallway and he puts his bag down and stuff, then he comes over and gives me a kiss. Well, I didn't even see him walk into the kitchen. And I said to him, I go, I have a surprise for you. And he goes, a bag of McDonald's? I go, how did you know? He goes, well, I looked in the kitchen when I came in. And I go, I can't give you a surprise. So anyway, I showed him everything. And I didn't really, he went through like the Happy Meal stuff. He's like, this is what you get for an adult Happy Meal. I go, it was $23. He goes, because you DoorDashed it? I go, probably, but I don't know how much it is anyway. But I said I had a fun time doing the review and stuff. I honestly did not even think, I thought he'd be like, oh, I appreciate it, but no. I was not even out of that kitchen. He had already fired up the air fryer and was putting the fries and the chicken nuggets in the air fryer. I was like, but you have to keep the, I get to keep the sauces, because I got the sauces. I got barbecue and creamy chili or something I wanted to try. I got the sauce, maybe it was something else, I can't remember. But I got the sauces to try with my, like, you know, vegan chicken nuggets. So, anyway. So, today... So yeah, so before therapy, I was like, okay, I'm going to film this Welcome to Plathville video. So I sat down on the bed. I thought it would be like a 15-minute video. It ended up going to like 29-30. It was like right at 30 minutes, I think. So I got it done, and I like, as soon as I got it done, I like looked at my phone, and I had like 4 minutes. And I already had like the computer like all like tuned up and stuff for like the Zoom call with my therapist. I always do all that stuff first, like have my coffee ready and all that stuff. So I like came down my chair and like then I got like the Zoom link from him and stuff like that. So anyway, had therapy today. Then when I got done with therapy, which I'll talk about in just a second, great session. We talked a lot about my anxiety today. When I got done with the therapy session, that's when I brought the dogs outside, and I was like, well, it's not really like pool weather now. I just need to kind of like, I just need to go to the pool for an hour is what I need. Like, the pool is so relaxing to me. It's one of the things I talked about in therapy today. Not necessarily the pool, but doing things that are like more relaxing and are going to like ease my mind and stuff like that. So, so anyway, I was like, well, I'll just film videos today because I'll probably, you know, take a day off this weekend sometime. I'm trying to film videos every day, but we'll see how this weekend goes. I might end up taking Saturday. I might take Friday, Saturday, and I don't know. I'm just taking it day by day at this point. I am really trying to, like, moments that the dogs are not, like, sleeping. They sleep a lot during the day while I'm filming. They're kind of, like, getting used to my schedule. And so, but, like, when I take them out and then they come in, they run up on the bed and stuff, like, I'm trying to, like, lay down with them and be on the, I'm just trying to be present in the moment of spending a lot of time with them. So, I got done, and then I started uploading the TV video. Oh, and then I ordered the McDonald's. I was like, I'll do this review, and because I didn't want to like order the McDonald's at like 4:30 or 5 because everybody would be getting off work and then it'd take forever. I was like, first of all, there's not a McDonald's real close to us, I thought, and I was like, it's either going to have to come from Broad Ripple, which is probably like a 15-minute drive, or Castleton, which is like a 15-minute drive, and traffic is probably 15 or 20 minutes, and I was like, the milkshake's going to be melted by then. Well, I forgot there was a McDonald's real close, because we never go to this McDonald's. I forgot it's real close to us. I literally tracked it, and she was here in like 5 minutes. She was so sweet. So anyway, did that review, then uploaded that review, and then I did a drama video. And then when the drama video was done, I was uploading that. I was like, I'm going to do one last video, because Alex was getting ready to leave work, and so I did the final part of my declutter on my... from the bins in the closet. So anyway, did all that. So I filmed today's 5 videos today. I have filmed like every day this week, 5 to 7 videos. I can't believe it. And it's really taught me that, like, I think like at first with getting the pups, I was kind of like, I don't know how I'm going to like do all this and manage it. But it's really, I mean, it's weird. It's good for me. I was talking in therapy about this today to have more of a schedule. Like, when I get up, like, my first hour and a half is, like, taking them out, feeding them, taking them out again, doing the leash training. Like, I do that for, like, the first, like, hour and a half. And so I have a very, like, structured schedule. Then they start kind of, like, you know, laying down, wanting to nap a little bit, and then I'm like, I'm gonna go film a video, and then I do that, I take them out, and so I kind of have a schedule again, which I think for a long time I didn't. So it's been really good for me. It's been really easy this week to like film these videos and get them done. Not only that, but because I'm getting up earlier, I'm starting earlier with filming videos. I mean, it's not like I'm getting up at 8. Well, I take them out and then bring them to bed, but like getting up for the day. But when I like get started making videos, it's probably an hour, 2 hours before I used to. I didn't start sometimes till like 3 o'clock. Now I'm starting at like between 12 and 1. So I don't feel like I'm as fast paced with it. Like I film a video and I kind of take my time until the next one. Film a video, take my time. And I'm still filming like 4 to 6 videos a day. I don't know, it feels more relaxing to me. Last night, what did I do last night? Well, I really wanted to walk last night. It was really hot. I can't remember. I think by the time that I got done vlogging, I was like, I decided I wasn't going to walk or something. I don't know. I don't even remember, honestly. What did I watch last night? Well, I was talking to Tanya last night. Tanya and I talked for a long time last night. And she was like, well, she texted me about Plathville, and then we were talking, and she's like, you really need to watch this season. And I was like, is it really that good? Because I was like, I hear there's a lot of stuff going on online, and like Olivia and Micah's girlfriend are coming out and talking about it. She's like, you need to watch it. She's like, I think it would be good for you to cover for your Peter Watches TV channel. So I was like, okay. So I think I watched, what was Alex down here watching? Oh no, he wasn't. He was upstairs. Oh my God, you know what? Okay, now I'm remembering it. As literally, I turned off, I vlogged inside last night. As soon as I got done vlogging, like I turned it off. And as soon as I turned it off, Alex walked in the door. I was like, oh my God, this is so, he's like, what are you doing? I was like, I literally just turned off my camera from vlogging. So he went upstairs and took the dogs upstairs and stuff like that. And he was hanging out with them in the bed while he was looking at TikToks and whatever. And so I made all my, I was really, really hungry. And I was like, do you want to order something? See, like when I'm like right now talking about it, ordering something sounds really good. But then when I go inside and I'm hungry, part of the problem is like right now, it is really, really humid outside. And so when I think about like walking versus taking a nap, like a nap with the fan on in the cool weather, here, we'll do a little time and temperature check really quick. So it is currently 5:55 p.m. And the temperature is, let's see, it's 86 degrees right now, and it feels like 88, it says. Is there anywhere where it talks about the humidity on here? Feels like, who's ready for fall, your 3-month outlook? Does it say anything on here about humidity? Allergies are moderate today. Skin health, low. Breathing, good. Cold and flu, very low. Does it say anything about humid? It's just really humid out today. I want to look at this. Who's ready for fall? The 3-month outlook. We're going to look at that in just a second. But anyway, so when I talk about like ordering something, by the time like I'm done and I have the vlog rendered, I'm really hungry. So last night I had half of I've had this pizza in the refrigerator, the rest of pizza from Puccini's. I had that pizza in there, and I ended up, like, today was trash day. I ended up throwing it out. I had, like, 2 pieces left. I was like, it's bad now. I need to throw it out. But anyway, I ended up having half of my hummus sandwich, half the salad, a ton of the plant-based jerky. I love that stuff. But then I made a cup of coffee, and I had, like, cinnamon bun cookies, which I cannot have. See, I cannot have that stuff in the house. Do you know what I just remembered is I put that chocolate in the freezer that I got from Trader Joe's, and I forgot that it was in there. That's not good that I remember that that's in there. I just can't have the junk food around the house. But anyway, at that point, I can't remember if I was watching The Valley. I think I started watching Welcome to Plathville. So I watched like one episode of, I was finishing an episode of The Valley. The Valley this season actually is really good. It took me kind of a while to get into it, but it's really good. So when I got up, at that point, when I started watching Welcome to Plathville, I was like, I'm not really sure that I'm going to watch this, because people have been asking me to react to it. So I watched like half of it. Oh, so when I was on my vlog yesterday, my Fox Hollow Farm, one of my sources texted me. So texted them back, and then they were like, can you talk for a little bit? And I was like, yeah. So talked to them for a long Very interesting. But then I turned around and I talked to Tanya. Tanya and I talked about Welcome to Plathville. We talked about all this kind of stuff. Alex and I'll probably watch The Housewives tonight because we got to get caught up on some of the Housewives. We've got Orange County and Miami to get caught up on. So we'll probably watch that tonight or tomorrow night. Anyway, so after that, I was like really, really tired. And so I went upstairs and the dogs were asleep. Alex was like getting ready to watch some shows. So I was like, I'm going to lay down while they're asleep. So I took a nap last night. I don't even know what time that was. That was probably like 9 or something like that. And so I took a nap, got up. They were still asleep when I got up. So I got up, took them out, and all that kind of stuff. Then they brought them inside. They ran around a bunch. I'm trying to think of what I watched last night. Oh, I know what I started doing. So I did this video yesterday on my Peter Likes Books channel asking people for Kindle Unlimited recommendations. So if you have Kindle Unlimited, I was telling Nikki last night, like, I don't really understand how to use Kindle Unlimited. Like, a lot of people say get online and buy them online, but, like, I was, like, looking through my Kindle. I mean, I get it. I'm not stupid. I understand how Kindle Unlimited works, but, like, how to find, like, new books. Like, Tanya's always talking about books that she finds. I'll have to ask Tanya, too, but anyway. Did I get a mosquito bite on my arm? Ouch. Anyway, so I was going through, like, all these post-apocalyptic books. I spent, like, an hour doing this. And I was, like, reading the synopsis for all these post-apocalyptic books. I ended up downloading book 1 of, like, 3 books. I was like, why not? I'm paying for Kindle Unlimited anyway. So I might as well. And people are like, I download books all the time, and if I don't like it, I just get rid of it. So that's what I was doing. So I got one. One's, like, about an earthquake. One's about, like, a tsunami. One's about an EMP, which is electronic magnetic pulse and whatever. Anyway, did that. Then I watched the rest of Welcome to Plathville, and then I was like, maybe I was only like a third of the way through it when I took my nap, and it was like such a shit show. I was like, I'm gonna watch and react to this. And originally I was like, I'm gonna watch, because there's 4 episodes out already. Originally I was like, I'm gonna watch all 4 episodes, and then I'm gonna do a reaction after the 4 episodes. But I was like, no, I'm not doing that. Like, I'm gonna watch 1 episode, react to it, watch 1 episode, because there's too much that happens in it. So I started watching that again to finish it, and I started taking notes. So I took notes on that. Then I turned around and I watched Big Brother. By that point, it would have been like 1:30. Big Brother was out. So I watched Big Brother from last night. I'm not doing reactions to Big Brother on my TV watching channel because it's hard to do them unless you, like, read all the blogs and all, because so much stuff happens that's not covered on the show. But I will say this. Mickey is messy, and I don't know by watching the show if Mickey is intentionally messy, because she's, like, throwing all her friends under the bus. If she's playing, like, I'm playing my own game kind of thing. But I will say, I kind of loved Ava from the beginning. I mean, I love anybody that's kind of a little hippy-dippy. But I loved Ava from the beginning. But Ava don't give a shit. She really doesn't. Like, Ava, I really feel like I'm just talking to, like, Tanya or somebody on Nikki right now on the phone. But, I love Ava so much. I mean, she's like, this one gal is, like, talking about her, and she's like, I'll put her up on the block. She can talk about me from the block. I'm like, I live for her. Like, she's so confident. But anyway, I watched last night's episode. I'm just, you know what? By this point, I'm usually really, really into it, and I'm just not that into it this season. I don't know what it is. So then I was like, okay, I was looking through all these shows to start a new show. In all honesty, I was really wanting to watch something true crime. A lot of the good shows are coming out in September. Like, there's a new show with Tony. I love Toni Collette. That's coming out on Netflix. I can't remember what it's called. I think it's based on the Blake Crouch books, The Pines. It's called, like, Waverly or something like that. Anyway, there's, like, 4 true crime documentaries are coming out. The Serial Killer's Apprentice comes out the last week of August, which I really want to watch that. There's a bunch of new things that are coming out, like, the next couple weeks. But right now, there's not really a lot that has come out in the last couple weeks that I want to watch. But I haven't watched the last season of Yellow Jackets. Somebody commented on my video and said that they're waiting for the next season of Yellow Jackets. Like, they're like, oh, I'll watch this while the next season of Yellow Jackets. I just saw a thing last night that Yellow Jackets is wrapping filming at the end of January 2026, so it won't be coming out for, like, till, like, the summer of 2027 or something, or 2026. I just saw something about that last night. By the way, did you see that Amazing Race just released? So I might make a drama video about this tomorrow. Amazing Race just released their cast for the next season, which starts, does it say when it starts? The Big Brother Takeover. Meet the full cast of The Amazing Race 38, which I love anyway. For the first time ever, the Emmy-winning CBS reality series will feature a cast entirely of former Big Brother house guests along with a loved one. Angela's on here. Tucker's on here. I mean, there are so many people that are good on here from Big Brother. I mean, Angela, I don't know that she was necessarily good, but she makes for good entertainment. So it's Angela and her daughter. I'm going to do this whole video probably tomorrow. Yeah, I'm really excited about this. So I'll do this video. Oh my God, I didn't know. It's Izzy. Remember Izzy? She was really good friends with Sri. And it's her partner. Who else on here do I really like? Oh, Enzo is on here. Brother and his brother. Oh my God, look. Jag and his brother are on Amazing Race. This is going to be so good. How do I know that person? Joseph and Adam. Some of these people I don't know who they are. I must not have watched her. Rubina is on it. And she's going to be on there with Tucker. Didn't they have like some kind of romance or something? Oh my God, Taylor is on there. There's some big people on here. I want to see who Tucker's on here with. Tucker and his brother. Tucker and his brother. I just saw that. Who did I see that just met him? Somebody that I saw just met him. And I was like, I wonder why he's like out and about doing stuff. Who texted me? Oh, Laura texted me. She said, okay, let me know about the pool. So, but anyway, so I got done with Big Brother last night. And then I was like trying to look for a new show. But in all honesty, like right now my weekly TV, where am I at on time? Right now my weekly TV, here I can erase my Welcome to Plathville notes. Alex and I are watching Real Housewives of Miami, Real Housewives of Orange County. I still have not caught up on 1,000 Pound Roomies. I've got to finish that. Big Brother I'm watching. Oh, tonight. Oh, it's a live eviction on Big Brother tonight. Live After Lockup on Fridays. Oh, Revival comes out tonight, too. Oh, my God, so much good TV. I got to get up early. Well, even earlier than I usually do. Because the door guy is coming out here tomorrow. Oh, but Alex is going to be here tomorrow. So the second guy is coming out here for the door guy. The one that Caroline recommended to us. So Revival, Broadchurch Season 3, Hightown, Ozark, Outer Banks, The Strain, The Valley, Welcome to Plathville. I need to move Welcome to Plathville. Hold on a second. I need to move it up here. So I'm on episode 2 out of 4. I need to move it up here with my shows that I'm watching every week. Okay, welcome to... I don't know what night it's on. Plathville. 2 out of 4. Let's look it up and see. What night... Autocorrect. What night is Welcome to Plathville on? TLC. Oh, it's on Tuesdays. So this week's episode's already out. Well, that's fine. So then I've got 3 episodes to catch up on that. Okay. But I was like, I don't need to start something else. So I was on, I thought I was further along in Broadchurch Season 3. But I was on the start of episode 2. So last night I watched episode 2, episode 3, and episode 4. Every season of Broadchurch is so good. So there's always a new mystery every season. But it's not like they bring in the old stories from like the past seasons. It's really, really well done. I'm a huge Olivia Colman fan. And she is so fantastic in it. She is so good in it. I love her so much. One of the things I love about Olivia Colman is her range of just like, I mean, she's just such an incredible actress. You know, and she plays like, well, in Plathville, she's not in Plathville. In Broadchurch, which Nikki calls that church show. In Broadchurch, she plays a detective, but her character, I mean, I don't want to ruin it for anybody that hasn't watched it. It's much deeper than that. But then she also plays Nick's mom on Heartstopper, the books by Alice Oseman, the graphic novels. And then she's been in like, she won an Oscar for The Favorite. I mean, she is just such, and there was some movie I watched with her where like, her daughter had passed away and she was on this beach. Do you guys know what movie I'm talking about? That movie was really good, but it was really bizarre. There's like, I mean, she was kind of bizarre in the movie. Olivia Colman, let's look up Olivia Colman movies. Olivia Colman, where am I at on? I feel like it's gonna stop any second. Colman, movies and TV shows. The camera stopped. Okay, Broadchurch is one of the first things that comes up, is what I just said before it stopped. Okay, The Favorite, 2018, Broadchurch, 2013 to 2017, The Roses, Wicked Little Letters, The Crown. She was on The Crown? I never watched that, I know. The Lost Daughter. Was that the one I watched? She's in The Bear, Fleabag, Paddington in Peru, The Night Manager, The Father, Peep Show, Heartstopper, Wonka, Empire of Light, Hot Fuzz, Joyride. Oh my god, that movie was so bizarre. But was that the movie that I watched with her? She was in The Iron Lady? She was in Murder on the Orient Express? I don't remember her in any of these movies. Do you know that she would be really good in It's a Handmaid's Tale? I don't know why I just thought that. Okay, this Joyride movie was so weird. Follows Joy, a train wreck on an adventurer who is ready to give away her newborn baby, joined by a cheeky street urchin. They are two diamonds in the rough and the run. I remember thinking, I remember that's when I was like, a lot of her movies are very bizarre. The Lost Daughter must be the one I'm thinking about. Yes, because it was with Maggie Gyllenhaal. A college professor confronts her unsettling past after meeting a woman and her young daughter while on holiday in Greece. Her obsession with the woman and her daughter prompts memories of her early motherhood. I remember her like stealing the little girl's doll or stuffed animal or something. It was really bizarre, but I really enjoyed that movie. You can watch it. It's on Netflix if you don't want to watch it. The Lost Daughter. It's like a deep like drama though. It's not like a thriller or anything. So anyway, so I was like, okay, I gotta start finishing some of these shows. So I was kind of in the mood to watch The Strain last night, but the acting on season 2 is so bad. I might just have to like, I'm gonna watch like 1 or 2 more episodes of The Strain. If it doesn't get better, they changed the whole storyline and some of the actors they traded out for, and I'm just kind of not into it. The first season I was really into, so if it doesn't get better in the next 2 episodes, I might just scratch The Strain. I'm not at a point in my life anymore where I'm gonna read books I don't enjoy and I'm gonna watch shows. I did that the majority of my life. If I started it, I had to finish it, and I'm not doing that anymore. I'm just not. But I was like, but the shows I'm watching right now I like enough to keep watching. Ozark. Okay, with any of these shows, I want to finish at least 1 season. Unless I watch like an episode and it's just like really bad. Like, do you know that comedian Leanne? Is it Morgan or something? Like, I love her stand-up. I was just talking about this in my drama video today. I love her stand-up, but I tried so hard to watch that like Netflix. Like, she's got like a sitcom on Netflix. I don't know what it's called, but it kind of reminds me of the Reba McEntire sitcom, which I didn't love that one either, but it's bad. It's like, you are so funny, but it doesn't translate to a sitcom. I don't know how to explain it. Tanya said the same thing. Tanya said she watched 2 episodes and she couldn't get into it. And Tanya loves her too. And I love her, but it's like, there's something about the humor that doesn't translate to a sitcom. Did anybody watch it and really like it? I mean, I'm willing to give it a try because I love her. I think she's hilarious. But anyway, I like to give shows like at least, unless I just can't get into it at all, I like to give them at least 1 season. If it's something that everybody says, like Dexter, like I've watched like an episode or 2 of Dexter and I'm like, I'm not really, you know, but everybody tells me Dexter's so good. So that's my fall show because people keep on recommending all the Dexters to me. That's my fall show. I already committed to Mel. Mel knows that. Mel is like, she loves Dexter so much. So I told her, I said, this fall is gonna be Dexter. I think I've read all but 2 of the books by Jeff Lindsay. And my neighbor just came out. She's looking in her garden right now. But anyway, so I just got a whiff of cologne. Oh, it's me. It smells so nice. So anyway, so I was like, I'm gonna watch Broadchurch. So I'm now on episode 5. So actually, you know what? I didn't update. I usually update what episode I'm on. No. It says 4 on here. I'm on 5. So I have 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 4 more episodes of Broadchurch season 3 to watch. And then I'm done with that season. Then I'm done with the show completely. So then after that, I'll probably go back to Ozark and Outer Banks and The Strain and go back in there. Unless something comes out that I have to watch. Are there new shows out this week? New? Let's look up new shows out this week. this week. Alien Earth. In the Mud. I don't know any of these shows. I usually just get on Netflix top 10 shows this week. I actually just looked at this last night. Wednesday, I'm waiting until it comes out. Untamed, Hunting Wives, watched it. Here it is, Leanne. That's the show I was talking about. Perfect Match, I have no desire to watch that. Amy Bradley is Missing, or I've seen it. Miss Rachel, have never heard of it. Son of Sam tapes, I tried, I could not get into it. Could not get into the Son of Sam tapes. And I'm interested in that case. Is it it's like 3 episodes, does it get good? If anybody thinks that the Son of Sam tapes was good, tell me, I'll watch it. I might watch that, I might try to get more into that tonight. Because I'm wanting to watch something kind of scary tonight. I will say this. Like, my anxiety when I woke up from my nap last night, I don't really know how to explain it. Like, I was talking to my therapist about it. Okay, so I really noticed the anxiety when Boo was sick, but especially when Boo passed away. So that was at the end of October. Okay, we're coming up at the end of August. So we're talking 10 months that I have been struggling with this anxiety, like physical manifestations of the anxiety for, I mean, on a pretty regular basis. And so, you know, at what point do you, like, enter medication into that? We've talked a lot about it. I've talked about it with my doctor. I'll be honest with you, both my doctor and my therapist, up until recently, have been, like, pretty apprehensive about it. Not like they don't believe in it, nothing like that. It's nothing like that. Here's the issue is, and it's not that there aren't people in recovery that take barbiturates because they're medically prescribed to it. That's their business. It's me. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't just have, like, a per-needed prescription for Xanax or whatever. The other thing is when the anxiety started, and I know that that's not the only anxiety medication. Hold on, I'm getting to that. When the anxiety started, it was more like it would last. Like, I haven't even, like, shared everything that's been going on with it, because I've been trying to kind of downplay it on my vlogs, and I know that people don't really necessarily want to hear a lot about it, but, or maybe you do, I don't know. But, like, at first when it happened, it would happen and, like, an hour later it would go away, okay? And that's more of, like, for panic attacks and things like that, where, like, a Xanax or something like that is useful. And at that time when we talked about it, you know, my therapist, my doctor and stuff, like, I'm not a candidate for that. I'm not somebody that's going to be, as an addict in recovery, like, all my professional people in my life know, like, how highly addicting I am and things that I don't know that I would feel comfortable just having an open prescription to Xanax. I'm just being completely honest about it. I've never even had a Xanax in my life, so I don't, like, that would be scary to me. Now, like a Lexapro or something like that, that's like a non-habit forming anti-anxiety medication, 100% I would take that. There's a lot of really safe drugs out there. But until recently, it didn't, and by recently I mean the last couple months, it wasn't, like, consistently throughout the day. And I would say in, like, the last 4 to 6 weeks, it was even before we got the dogs, the last 4 to 6 weeks, it's been kind of all day. Like, up and down all day long. Where, like, there's a physical manifest. Like, I can feel it. Like, I don't necessarily feel like I'm coming out. Like, when I wake up, I feel like I'm shaking like this. It's not like when I wake up, I always am like, I just feel like I'm shaking out of my skin. It's like almost every single time I wake up. Now, how long it lasts, that level of it, depends. My naps, when I wake up from my naps, it's almost worse at night now than it is in the mornings. But what happens is, if when I wake up, I feel like I'm shaking like this, throughout the whole day, I kind of feel like I'm shaking like this, if that makes sense. Like, almost kind of like, what's going to happen next, is how I feel. Well, so today we had a real long conversation about it, because I'm coming up on going to see my primary care physician. He works with my primary care physician, and, like, you know, they talk about stuff. And so I was like, you know, like, at what point, like, it's 10 months now, like, I think we need to have this discussion. He's like, I agree. He was like, you know, I think you're looking at more, like, generalized anxiety disorder. So we were talking about, like, the combination of, like, my, you know, ADHD with, like, having obsessive compulsive disorder, which I've worked through and stuff. But I said, you know, it's interesting when I look back on, like, when we worked through the rituals, and we've had a lot of conversations about this. But I said it was almost like when I worked through the rituals was when I noticed, like, the anxiety spiking. I think it started happening long before Boo Radley got sick or passed away. I just don't know that I recognized it. And so, because I don't know that we talk about it enough that I knew what to look for, I felt off. And so I said, you know, we were talking about like his experience of like OCD rituals being defense mechanisms against anxiety, fear, worry, things like that. And so he was talking about how like why maybe it's manifesting now, and now that I've worked on like the OCD rituals, and I said, but I can't go back to that. I can't go back to living that way again. So he's going to talk to my doctor about it, and we're going to talk about the possibility of me starting on like some kind of anti-anxiety medication like Lexapro or something like that. And I have enough friends of mine that are on those anti-anxiety medications that think that they're helpful to them. And please, if you want to share your experience in the comment section below, you can DM me, you can email me, whatever. And I'll take all that into consideration. I haven't 100% conclusively decided it. But I said to him, I said, you know, like what, and he's not like hippie. I mean, he is a lot of people that are on medications and he believes in all that kind of stuff. But I said to him, you know, like, what are your feelings towards like natural, whatever? He's like, oh, he's like, I think like any natural help for anxiety, depression, whatever, it's like you always want to include those things as well, like diet and exercise and make sure you're getting enough sleep and things like that. I said my sleep's for shit right now. I said I'm waking up every hour on the hour. I said I'm just kind of getting used to my new schedule. I said, but it was bad before that. My schedule, you know. And he's like, yeah, but you get your naps and whatever. And I was like, yeah. I said, but my sleep's for shit. I know my sleep's for shit. We talked about that. We talked about caffeine intake. I don't know why that playing sounded so soothing to me. But recently I've been really attempting to cut down. I mean, like there's been like a day here or there, but I've really been like the day that I went with like Tanya and whatever. But I've really tried to cut down on my caffeine intake on a daily basis. Like I don't even really have my first cup of coffee until I come out here and vlog. And then I might have like a cup of coffee before and I don't even finish it. Like I'll make like a medium cup and a Keurig, that's like that much coffee, and I don't even finish it. Then if I have any more, usually at night anymore when I watch TV, I don't have any caffeine. And so I have like sleepy time tea or water or whatever. So you're talking a cup and a half of coffee a day. Like that level of caffeine is not driving my anxiety or keeping anybody up. So we talked about that. I said, what do you recommend? He goes, you need to get back to your walking. He was like, your walking was really, really helping. I think your anxiety. And I said, you're 100% right. I agree with that. I did feel so much more relaxed when I was walking every day or every other day. So my goal is to get back to walking. And at least as long as the pool is open, trying to go to the pool as much as possible. I mean, it's not like I'm in the pool swimming laps. I mean, sometimes I do, but just sitting in the shallow end, I'm not even talking about like when there's people up there, you know, but like if it's just me and Laura and we go up there, like we'll just sit in the shallow end and just like talk for half an hour and the wind's blowing, you can hear the birds. It's very relaxing. And he was talking about like implementing more relaxing things. Listen, I understand before I even say this is a laugh riot to people because they're like, Peter needs relaxation. Like, what does he do? I understand. I don't leave my house. I film videos on YouTube. It's not like I have a high stress life, okay? But there are a lot of people out there that the way that they deal with fear and anxiety and worry and stress, like they might have not a lot going on, but you borrow a lot of trouble. And my mom was very much like this. And so I think there's a part of me also that's a little worried that as I get older, I see a lot of parts of my mom in me a little bit. Not like in a bad way. Like I mean like my mom's like fear and anxiety over stuff like could be debilitating to her at times. And I want to work through it. Like I don't want that to be my life, you know? I understand that my life it is pretty simple, okay? But I could do nothing for an entire day and my head could just spin and spin and spin and spin and spin. Okay, like for example, we were talking today about like the ADHD and all this kind of stuff. You know, like the ADHD is interesting because as obvious it is to everybody that watches my videos and to everybody that I ever, interact with, so many people are like, ADHD. And we were talking today, like, I can remember, like, my therapist that I went to, like, straight out of getting out of therapy, like, did some tests on me. And I can remember, like, being in school and doing some tests on ADD and ADHD and all this kind of stuff. And then being like, oh, you are, like, off the charts ADHD. Like, I've always known that. I have, like, memories when I was, like, a little kid of going to, like, the nurse throughout the day with this one other girl. And I don't know, like, whenever I ask my dad, he doesn't really have any memories of me being on any medication. So I don't think I was. But, like, I was talking today and I was like, I don't see having ADHD today, I mean, it's so obvious. Like, I said something to him today, and he was like, 100%. Like, he's like, you are such a clear example of ADHD. And he's like, but that's like one of like the diagnoses we never talked to. But he goes, it's just a different like merging of things together, right? And I said, well, here's the thing. I said, like, I've never wanted to be, and I don't judge anybody that's medicated for ADHD. I know there's a lot of people out there that have to. I have friends of mine, I have family of mine that are medicated for ADHD, and it's very effective for them. I think that it just was so missed in the addiction stuff for me. And I'm either like 100 miles an hour, or I'm like by myself over here. So I think it was very missed a lot of times. I think it was like people didn't know, like, I don't know. Anyway, and I told him today, I said, I've just very much learned to look at it as like a strength that I have. Like, I've just had to communicate through the world. And I said, to a lot of people, it makes no sense. Like, if people that watch my videos are like, oh my God, you are so ADHD, they'll be like, oh, you're like on where you did too much cocaine. Like, they can't track it. Then there are other people that are like, oh my God, you think just the same as I do. Well, you're probably ADHD. Like, you know, that's why you track. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it probably just makes a lot of sense. And so, but to me, like, I feel like at this point, at 53 years old, like, being medicated for that, like, I function very well in this world as a person with with pretty severe ADHD. I've had to learn to. Does that make sense? So I feel like at this point, to medicate it or do something about it, I don't know that it would help me as a person. And I don't necessarily believe that for people that are younger, or it's real destructive, or it's really distracting to their life. But for me at this point, and so we were talking about, because I said something to him, I said, I keep a lot of lists, like organization is kind of like how I've learned to like think through my ADHD and blah, 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 whatever, right? And I love when the one person out there is going to be like, oh, Peter says he has ADHD, he does not have ADHD. I don't think there's anybody out there that would argue with me that I have ADHD, okay? I think it's pretty clear to any person out there, okay? Professional or unprofessional. But anyway, you know, and I said to him, like, I can, like, think and do 10 things at the same time. And he said something to me that nobody else has ever said to me before. He goes, but what if those 10 things... Oh, they're riding bikes. I love that. Oh, vintage little bikes. He goes, but what if those 10 things that you're thinking about all at the same time are all anxiety driven? Like, well, what if this happens? Well, what if that happens? Well, what if I don't get this done in time? Well, what if this happens? And I never really thought of it that way. He's like, I think the ADHD plays into the anxiety, plays into the OCD. He goes, I think it's all just a mixed bag. And I was like, so what do I do about it? And he was like, well, while you're sitting at home, there's a lot of things you can do, like the walking. Like, he highly, highly suggested yoga. Like, and he's not even like a big yoga person. He's like, my clients that do yoga, I know when I say this, there's going to be somebody out there who's going to be like, oh my God, Peter, tell me where, like, I'm not going to go to no yoga place, okay? So there's something online that's yoga, let me know, because he is so stressing yoga for me. He was like, it's going to balance your mind, it's going to balance your body. He was like, it's going to really, really help you. I have so many clients that do yoga, they absolutely love it. So I'm really thinking about starting the yoga with the walking. He was like, hey, how are you? 2 days in a row, you're so dressed up and looking nice. I'm really going to focus more attention on, like, the meditation, the breathing exercises and stuff like that. That really helped me for a long time. And then also talking to the doctor, you know, with my therapist's support on the medication. And one of the things he said to me, he goes, listen, I think this is where we're at. He goes, if your doctor, and the doctor is basically... So my therapist is like, if your doctor's cool with it, like, we'll go ahead. And my doctor's basically like, if your therapist is cool with it, we'll go ahead. So it's, you know. But what my therapist said to me today was, well, what if, like, he's cool with it, we'll just start it. And he's like, well, it would be prescribed from my doctor. But he was like, and then 6 weeks to 2 months later, you'll know, you'll be able to physically tell a difference, like 6 weeks to 2 months later, if it's working or not. He goes, if we're 2 to 3 months out and you don't feel a difference, he goes, then it's not generalized anxiety disorder. He was like, because it's in 2 to 3 months, he goes, you're going to notice a difference. He was like, so you either, like, do a medication change or whatever. He was like, but you'll know. He was like, so I don't think there's it's not like these drugs are dangerous. He's like, it's not that we know of. He's like, it's not gonna hurt you to try it, you know? And I was like, I'm all for it. Because I can't continue to live every single day. It's just a lot. I don't even really know how to communicate it. It's literally all day, every day. Unless I'm, like, watching a show and the dogs are laying next to me, or I'm filming a video where I'm not thinking about it. I'm just like, oh, la, 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 whatever. Like, or when I'm walking and listening to my audiobook, like I'm not thinking about it, or when I'm talking on the phone, I have to be like distracted almost. Or like if I'm just sitting there and the house is quiet and the dogs are in their bed, I'm like, I don't even know how to explain it. But it's taken over to a point where it's a lot. And so we were talking today about the OCD, and the OCD being like my defense mechanism or my medication, and that the anxiety, you know, he's like, he kept on talking about it being a trauma response. He goes, what you're describing to me is a trauma response. And I'm like, from the accident? He goes, Peter, he goes, from growing up in an alcoholic home to being bullied every single day of your life from kindergarten on, and keeping it a secret from everybody that loved you in your life, having to keep it a secret, which secrets make us feel shameful because we think we did something. So for 12 of your years of your life, you're bullied and you're keeping it a secret from anybody in your life, acting like it's not going on, terrified to go to school every day, coming home to an alcoholic, chaotic environment that you don't know if you're walking home like because he said, you've said this yourself, Little House on the Prairie, or your mom being drunk, which I didn't. Getting out of high school, not knowing really what to do with your life, you know, drinking and drugging yourself into treatment, getting sober at 22, and he's like, you've always been playing catch up because it's a trauma response from the last 50 years of your life. He was like, yeah, I'm not surprised it's catching up with you. He was like, so we've got to start doing, he goes, but it's not just going to be fixed in a medication. He's like, you've got to really start taking care of yourself. You know, I said to him, I said, I knew when I got the dogs, it wasn't like going to take it away. I just think that like, I think Boo getting sick and me being hyper-focused on that, and then when Boo passed away, I didn't have anything to be hyper-focused on anymore. So I just had all these feelings and these emotions come out into the form where at first it just was like I would wake up and I just was like this. And I'm starting to realize that maybe I've just been like that for a really long time. You know, it's like maybe the drugs and alcohol were my medication, and then I got sober, and then the OCD, which already existed. I mean, I am not trying to self-diagnose myself. I told him today, I said, I am just trying to figure it out. Like, I am just trying to help me make sense of it. Because if I can make sense of it through you or through another professional, then I can understand how to fix, like, how to work on myself. You know what I mean? But I don't know, like, we were talking today about, like, childhood traits of OCD, because I was like, I remember doing this, I remember doing that, and he was telling me some stuff, and I was like, I don't know, like, when did it ever start? When did it exist? Like, he's like, you might have had anxiety, OCD, all this stuff just since you were a kid, and now as an adult, he was like, you got rid of the OCD. Like, I'm so proud of that. Like, that's one thing I don't really talk a lot about in my videos. I worked my ass off to get rid of those rituals. I told him today, I started making a list a couple years ago when he told me, like, make a list. I couldn't even get off the upstairs. I was laying in bed when I started making the list. I'd like the bathroom. It was like 100 rituals. The bedroom. I couldn't even get off the upstairs. And I already had like 100, 200 rituals up there. It was counting. It was this. I mean, I don't do any of those anymore. There's like 2 or 3 that come out. One of them's rewinding my shows, and it very rarely comes out. I am so proud of myself because I can tell you that when we started talking about it, I did not believe it. I mean, when he said, if you do what I suggest to you, we work on the core issues that are underlying it, and you work on getting rid of a ritual at a time, he was like, they'll be gone in 6 to 9 weeks. I was like, there's no way. I mean, and I worked so hard on it, and I am so proud of myself. And, but then it's like, after that, it's like all this anxiety and stuff came up. I just don't want to live like this anymore. I just want to live with, like, I don't want to always feel like in my head something's going on. You know, I have such a charmed life. I do. You know, like, I love our home. I love my neighbors. I love my husband. We got 2 new little dogs. We have wonderful family and friends. We travel. I watch shows. I mean, I have a job that I just could never have even dreamed up. It didn't even exist when I was growing up as a kid. Like, what do you want to grow up and be? Like, a guy that sits at home and makes videos and talks about TV shows. And I mean, I love what I get to do for a living. You know, I get to interact with you guys. Like, every night in my gratitude list, I always say, like, I'm so grateful for the kindness and love and support I get from people online that I'll never even meet, most of them, you know? And it's like, it's just this unimaginable world that I have. I'm tired of it, and I'm sure there are so many people out there that feel the same way as me, whether it's chronic illness or mental health issues or whatever, or addiction. I'm so tired of it being muted because, like, I feel like And it's not every day, and it's not every hour, but the moments are becoming longer where I feel like the happiness and the joy is right there, and I can't get to it because my head is just spinning. And I'm tired of it. And I'm like, but I'm also like, I feel like I've been working on it for so long. Somebody left me a comment yesterday in my video, and they said something to the effect of like, thank you so much for your vulnerability. And I want to say that comment really meant a lot to me. This is where I overshare to the point where I probably shouldn't, but I think if it helps one person, or one person out there's nodding and like I relate to it, I don't know. As long as it helps one person. If anybody else out there relates to what I'm saying or is helped by this, please let me know. Like, I think the hardest thing for me, especially like being in recovery, I can remember the early days of recovery. Like I was just talking to a early, like wet alcoholic, like first few days earlier today. And I was saying to them, like, you know, I had to take it like minute by minute, hour by hour. Well, at 30 years today, there's never days like that. And addiction and mental health and all of it kind of stuff, it's all so different, but there's similarities too, right? And so like, before I worked on the rituals of the OCD, I was like, I'm going to live with this forever. I had just kind of like, I wasn't even going to bring it up in therapy. I was just like, you just need to accept that this is how you're going to have to live forever. And, you know, I think because I worked through that and I got sober, I'm not willing to accept that I'm going to live the rest of my life feeling this way. I'm just not. Whatever work I have to do, whatever professional I have to do, I've got to get to the point where I wake up. I'm not going to say that every day I'm going to wake up with joy in my heart. I'm just saying that I've got to be able to have the tools to work through it to get to that point. I have to, you know. It was interesting. One of the things he said to me today, I said, do you think like this is genetic? He goes, I think it's partly genetic. He said, I think some of it probably, you know, is genetic. He goes, and like my mom's side of her family and my dad's side of his family too, I mean, there's like a lot of mental health stuff. But I also am a big believer that you can have a lot of mental health stuff in your life, and with the right professionals and seeing people and doing the work, that you can still live. I mean, I have friends of mine that have diagnoses that if I told you, you'd be like, and they live very happy, joyous lives. And those are just things they deal with on a daily basis, you know? But he said to me today, he goes, you know, maybe if you had grew up in a time, I think this is a really important thing to be said. And I don't blame my mom. I don't blame my dad. You know, I don't blame the world or that kind of stuff. I just think this should be a message to other people. He said to me, he goes, you know, maybe if you grew up in a world where you were embraced for being gay and being different instead of being shunned and shamed because you didn't grow up in that time. And if you had grown up in a home of a sober alcoholic instead of an active alcoholic, and you had grown up in a home where there was like peace instead of chaos, then maybe your trauma response would be different. Or maybe your survival techniques with the battery just went to the halfway mark would be different. He goes, but that was what you grew up with. And we all grow up with different stuff. And I know that to be true. And I don't blame anybody for my stuff. I don't blame my mom. My mom did the best that she could do, you know? I'm thankful my mom finally got sober and that we were able to enjoy some of our life together. You know, 13 years I enjoyed with my mom sober. I don't blame her for all that stuff, you know? I think it would be real easy to. I don't know that I think that does a lot. But I think that message out there should be important to anybody that's struggling, okay? And has kids or has a partner or has family. Like, when we don't take care of our shit, we're affecting other people around us. So to some degree, it is my responsibility to take care of my sobriety and everything. It is, you know what I mean? Number one. I mean, it's also my partner's to be supportive of that, but not enabling, to be supportive. And the other thing about that is, you know, we live in a world right now where we're talking about like, oh, they're different and I'm scared of that, and they're different and they're scared of that. I've got a therapist, okay? He's a straight man that's married, okay, and has kids. It's not like he's the world's biggest gay advocate, okay? Like, I mean, he's very much an advocate, but just like, that's not his thing, you know? And for him to say, if you had grown up in a world where you were embraced for being gay and different instead of shunned and shamed, and we're living in this world right now, okay, where we are wanting people to force them back into the closet. You're talking about generations of trauma, you know, like that you're putting on people. because of your, I mean, if you're okay to go to sleep with that, I mean, most of my audience, you wouldn't be watching some 53-year-old gay man if you had an issue with it, I don't think. But, you know, I mean, I think those are things to think about. Like, your personal issues with somebody's sexuality, which will never affect you, is causing them years and years and years, if not generations, of trauma. Like, seriously, you know? Like, my grandma's trauma of growing up with no mother affected me and Caroline today. Like, I mean, we think about that. And so it's unpacking it, and it's trying to be healthier for your next generation. Caroline and I talk a lot about this. Caroline texted me today about her trip. She's been sick since Monday, but she said everybody else is having a real good time on the cruise. I feel so bad. The camera stopped. But my therapy session was really enlightening, and it was really good today. The battery's going to die in a little bit, so I need to get off here. I don't know. It filled me with hope. It filled me with, like, you can work through to the other side of this. It will probably be something that I always deal with in my life, but there are ways to work through this, and I have some hope today, and I feel really good about that. I mean, you know, I think, like, it's not an exact comparison, but it does remind me a lot of the early days of sobriety. You know, when I felt really hopeless, like, I cannot do this, and then I would talk to somebody, they'd be like, you can do this. Yeah, you can. You just got to make it through tonight. You know, it's not walking every day for the next 10 years, it's walking for 20 to 30 minutes tonight, or even just getting 15 minutes of a walk-in tonight, you know? And that has helped me with my weight loss, that's helped me with my recovery, that's helped me with the walking, that's helped me with writing a book, that's helped me with YouTube videos, it's helped me with you guys, it's helped me with marriage, it's, you know, just, you know, it's like, when my old sponsor used to always say to me, like, how do you eat a bear one bite at a time? Or how do you, something like, how do you eat I don't know what the saying was, dinosaur or something, one bite at a time or something like that. It's like, you know, maybe 6 months from now or 6 years from now, I'll still be struggling with all this, but I hope that I have some more tools in my toolbox to deal with it, you know? Now tonight, my plan is, as soon as I get done with this, I'm gonna, as soon as it's rendered and ready to upload, I'm gonna start walking. I'm gonna walk for just a little bit, I don't know, 15 minutes, half an hour tonight. I may come back tomorrow and be like, 2 hours, I did it. Because I always push myself, but I'm gonna walk tonight and then go to the pool with Laura probably afterwards, and then eat something, hopefully take a little bit of a nap. Then tomorrow, got a bunch of stuff going on tomorrow. Film some videos, got the door guy coming, all kind of stuff. So tomorrow should be a good day as well. And then it's the weekend, it's the weekend. Now I'm planning to film some this weekend, but that plan might go down the toilet. Do you know what I'm saying? It might go down the toilet. So anyway, I'm gonna get off here now. But thank you guys for listening to me. If any of you relate to that out there, let me know. If it's too much, I can shut up about it as well, you know? That's just the real stuff that's going on with me, you know? I mean, I can sit here and talk about, and I love talking about movie shows and books and all that kind of stuff, but that's just kind of where I'm at right now. You know, this is to where I'm at in my life, and I've shared so much in my life through the years on here, and I'm so grateful for it. I mean, it's so weird to think that 2026 is going to be my 10th year of vlogging. I mean, this will be my 10th year of vlogging consistently over here. It's so weird to think that. And I've shared so much of it, and you know, it's like I know when I get done with this vlog today, like I'm gonna go inside, it's like sharing at a meeting. I know I'm gonna feel so much lighter in my heart. Like, therapy was so good today, talking to Alex about it, now vlogging with you guys and talking about it. I don't know, it just helps. I'm a big live out loud. Just live out loud and share where you're at. So, this is where I'm at. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a magically amazing, I do want to say this though, I don't want anybody to worry about me. Like, I think that's important for me to say as somebody that you watch online and you don't know. Don't worry about me. I'm struggling, but I'm in a good space. Like, I would say, like, well, I don't want to put a percentage on it, but my days are good. I mean, like, I have happy days. The pups make me happy. Alex makes me happy. You guys make me happy. Reading books, watching TV shows makes me happy. I feel good. I'm just struggling. You know, like, there's just a struggle to get there for me, but I don't want anybody to worry about me. Please do not worry about me. I will get there. I will get there. I've got people around me that care. I've got professionals around me that care. I will get there. And I believe that, and I know that to be true. So please, I'm good. Don't worry about me. Don't lose any sleep over me. I know you guys will leave some kind comments. I appreciate that. It means more than you know, just to get some support from somebody out there. Just, it means a lot. And when people say, like, I've never gone through that, but I support you, or I've gone through that, I totally relate to you, whatever. I'm going to get through this. You know I will. And so anyway, I hope you guys are having a magically amazing Thursday. If nobody else has told you this today, I love you guys. I really love you guys. Thank you so much for everything, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Love you.